In 2026, empty shelves won't be temporary, they'll be permanent. While everyone else realizes too late, you'll have 33 critical items that will either triple in price or disappear completely. Welcome back to Bunkered Down Survival. I'm about to give you the most comprehensive stockpile list for 2026. This isn't fear-mongering. This is pattern recognition based on supply chain data, economic indicators, and geopolitical realities. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete shopping list. I'll tell you exactly why each item will be scarce, how much to store, and where to get it before the rush. 33 items. Some will surprise you. All are essential. Let's start with the obvious, then move to what 99% of preppers are missing. Category 1. Water and filtration. When supply chains collapse, municipal water treatment is the first casualty. Item 1. Water filtration systems. Sawyer Mini, Life Straw, Berkey systems. These will vanish first because everyone knows you need water. But here's what most don't understand. Filters have finite capacity. One Sawyer Mini filters 100,000 gallons. Sounds like a lot until you realize a family of 4 uses 400 gallons per month. That's 20 years, but only if you maintain it perfectly. Buy at least 2 different systems. Redundancy saves lives. Cost $30 to $350 depending on system. Get them now while they're available. Item 2. Water storage containers. Food-grade 55-gallon water drums, water bricks, collapsible containers. In 2026, these will be impossible to find. Why? Because when supply chains collapse, everyone simultaneously realizes they need storage. Here's your target. 1 gallon per person per day, 180-day supply minimum. Family of 4 needs 720 gallons. That's 13 55-gallon drums. Start acquiring them now. Cost? $50 to $80 per drum. Item 3. Water purification tablets. Aquatabs, chlorine dioxide tablets, iodine tablets. Backup for your backup. Lightweight, indefinite shelf life, essential for bug-out scenarios or when your primary filter fails. 50 tablets treat 50 liters. For a 6-month supply treating 2 liters daily per person, family of 4 needs 720 tablets. That's 15 packs. Cost? $12 to $20 per 50 pack. Total investment, $180 to $300. Do it now before panic buying starts. Category 2. Food staples. Not freeze-dried meals at $400 per bucket. I'm talking about real food that stores indefinitely and costs pennies per serving. Item 4. White rice. 50-pound bags of white rice. Not brown, the oils go rancid. White rice in oxygen-free storage lasts 30 years. It's been found in ancient tombs still viable. Average adult needs 1 pound of rice per day for adequate calories. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 720 pounds. That's 15 50-pound bags. Cost? $15 to $25 per bag. Total? $225 to $375. That's thousands of meals for a few $100s. Item 5. Dried beans. Pinto, black, kidney, lentils. Protein source that lasts indefinitely. Combined with rice, you get complete protein, all essential amino acids. Store 1 pound of beans per person per week. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 100 pounds. Mix varieties for nutrition and flavor diversity. Cost? $1 to $2 per pound. Total investment, $100 to $200. Item 6. Pasta. Durum wheat pasta in sealed storage lasts 10 to 30 years. But here's the critical detail. It must be kept absolutely dry. One moisture breach ruins everything. 1 pound of pasta per person per week. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 100 pounds. Mix varieties. Cost? $1 to $2 per pound on sale. Total, $100 to $150. Quick cooking, familiar comfort food when stress is high. Item 7. Canned goods protein. Canned chicken, tuna, salmon, beef. Protein that requires zero preparation. When you're exhausted, stressed, or injured, opening a can is manageable. Cooking dried beans isn't. 3 cans per person per week minimum. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 216 cans. Rotate these. 2 to 5 year shelf life. Cost $2 to $4 per can. Total $432 to $864. Expensive, but essential for complete nutrition and convenience. Item 8. Canned vegetables. Green beans, corn, peas, tomatoes, vitamins and minerals you can't get from grains and beans alone. Scurvy is real, and vitamin deficiency will kill you slower than starvation, but is just as certainly. 2 cans per person per week. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 144 cans. Cost $1 to $2 per can. Total $144 to $288. Buy on sale. Stock deep. Item 9. Cooking oil. Coconut oil, olive oil in dark glass, ghee. Fats are essential for hormone production, vitamin absorption, and caloric density. Without fats, you'll slowly starve even with adequate carbs and protein. 2 tablespoons per person per day minimum. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 3 gallons. Coconut oil lasts longest. Cost $30 to $50 per gallon. Total $90 to $150. Cheap, essential, infinite shelf life. Item 10. Salt. Pure salt, iodine for thyroid health. Salt never expires, it's a mineral. But here's why you need massive quantities. Food preservation. You can salt cure meat, fish, vegetables. Without refrigeration, salt is your primary preservation method. 10 pounds per person for consumption. Add 50 pounds for preservation. Total for 4 people, 90 pounds. Cost $0.5 to $1 per pound. Total $45 to $90. Cheap, essential, infinite shelf life. Item 11. Sugar. White granulated sugar, indefinite shelf life when kept dry. Beyond sweetening, it's preservation and emergency energy. High calorie density matters when food is scarce. 5 pounds per person per month. 180-day supply for 4 people equals 120 pounds. Cost $0.6 to $1 per pound. Total $72 to $120. Item 12. Honey. Raw honey never expires, literally. 3,000-year-old honey found in Egyptian tombs was still edible. Natural antibacterial properties, wound treatment, sore throat remedy, emergency energy source. 2 gallons per person for 180 days. Family of 4, 8 gallons. Cost $30 to $60 per gallon for raw honey. Total $240 to $480. Expensive, but infinite shelf life and multiple uses justify the investment. Category 3. Energy and cooking. When the grid fails, how do you cook 720 pounds of rice and beans? Item 13. Propane. 20-pound propane tanks. Each tank provides about 20 hours of cooking time on a standard camp stove. For 6 months of daily cooking, you need 10 to 15 tanks. Cost $40 to $60 per tank refill. Total for 12 tanks, $480 to $720. Buy the tanks now, fill them gradually. Propane stores indefinitely if tanks are maintained. Item 14. Portable camping stove. 2-burner camp stove, not a single-burner backpacking stove. You need family-scale cooking capacity. Get at least 2 stoves for redundancy. Cost $50 to $100 per stove. Buy 2, $100 to $200. When one fails, you still eat hot meals. Item 15. Solar panels, portable. 100 to 200 watt portable solar panels, not for powering your house, for charging essential devices, radios, flashlights, batteries, communication equipment,
Medical devices. 200-watt panel costs $200 to $400. Battery bank for storage, $150 to $300. Total system, $350 to $700. This is long-term infrastructure, worth every dollar. Item 16. Batteries. Rechargeable. AA D-cell rechargeable batteries. Dozens of them. Everything from flashlights to radios to medical devices runs on batteries. Minimum 48 AA, 24 D-cell, plus solar chargers. Cost $3 to $5 per rechargeable. Total $360 to $600. Buy quality brands. Cheap batteries fail when you need them most.
Item 17. Flashlights and lanterns. LED flashlights and lanterns. Not cheap dollar store garbage, quality devices that last. One per person minimum, plus lanterns for area lighting. 4 quality flashlights at $30 to $50 each, $120 to $200. 3 LED lanterns at $25 to $40 each, $75 to $120. Total, $195 to $320. Item 18. Fire starting equipment. Bic lighters by the dozen, waterproof matches by the hundreds, ferro rods as backup. Fire is survival, cooking, purification, heat, signaling. 50 Bic lighters at $1 to $2 each, $50 to $100. 10 boxes waterproof matches, $30 to $50. 3 ferro rods, $15 to $30. Total, $95 to $180. Cheap insurance. Category 4. Medical and hygiene. In 2026, medical supply chains will collapse. Hospitals will ration. Pharmacies will be empty. What you have now is what you'll have then. Item 19. First aid supplies comprehensive. Not a basic $20 car first aid kit. I'm talking trauma supplies, tourniquets, chest seals, hemostatic gauze, quick clot. Quality trauma kit, $150 to $300. Add medications, antibiotics if possible, pain relievers, antidiarrheal, antacids. Total medical supply investment, $400 to $600 minimum. Item 20. Medications, OTC. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, aspirin, antihistamines, antidiarrheal, antacids. Everything you'd normally grab at the pharmacy will be unavailable. Buy in bulk now. Each category needs 6 months supply. Cost, $200 to $400 depending on family size and needs. Rotate based on expiration dates. Item 21. Prescription medications. Talk to your doctor now. Explain you want emergency supply for disaster scenarios. Many will write 90-day prescriptions. Some will help you stockpile essential medications. If you need insulin, blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, start solving this problem now. In 2026, the supply chain fails. Item 22. Hygiene supplies. Soap. Bar soap, liquid soap, dish soap. Hygiene prevents disease. In crisis scenarios, poor hygiene kills more people than violence. 1 bar of soap per person per month. 180-day supply for 4 is 24 bars. Cost, $1 to $3 per bar. Add liquid soap and dish soap. Total $100 to $150. Item 23. Toilet paper. Yes, toilet paper. Remember March 2020? That'll be every month in 2026. But here's the smart play. Also buy a bidet attachment and reusable cloth wipes. Toilet paper runs out. Water and cloth are reusable. 100 rolls minimum. Cost $40 to $80 on sale. Bidet attachment $30 to $50. Cloth wipes $20 to $30. Total $90 to $160. Item 25. Feminine hygiene products. Menstrual cups, reusable pads, disposable products in bulk. Half the population needs these monthly. They'll vanish from shelves. 6-month supply of disposables, $60 to $120. Plus, reusable options as backup, $30 to $80. Total, $90 to $200. Item 24. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, and dental care. Dental infections can kill you. Without antibiotics, a tooth abscess becomes life-threatening. Stock deep on preventative care. 4 toothbrushes per person per year, toothpaste tube per person per month, floss, mouthwash. Total for 6 months, $80 to $120.
Category 5. Tools and repair supplies. When services collapse, you fix everything yourself or you go without. Item 26. Hand tools. Essential set. Hammer, screwdrivers, pliers, wrenches, saw, axe. Quality hand tools that don't require power. In 2026, power tools are paperweights without grid electricity. Quality basic tool set $150 to $300. Add specialty tools as needed, $50 to $100. Total $200 to $400. Buy once, use for decades. Item 27. Duct tape and repair supplies. Duct tape, Gorilla tape, repair patches, sealants, glues. Everything breaks eventually. Replacement parts won't be available. Repairs are your only option. 10 rolls duct tape, 5 rolls Gorilla tape, various sealants and adhesives. Cost $100 to $150. Item 28. Tarps and cordage. Heavy-duty tarps, paracord, rope, shelter repair, water collection, gear protection, emergency structures. Tarps are the duct tape of shelter systems. 3 to 4 heavy-duty tarps in various sizes, $100 to $200. 500 feet of paracord, $40 to $60. Quality rope, $30 to $50. Total, $170 to $310. Item 29. Work gloves. Leather work gloves, multiple pairs. Injury prevention. When hospitals are overwhelmed, a cut hand can become infected and life-threatening. 6 pairs per person who does manual work. Cost $15 to $25 per pair. Total for family, $180 to $300. Category 6. Communication and information. When cell towers fail and internet dies, how do you get news? How do you communicate with family? Item 30. Emergency radio, hand crank. Hand-cranked emergency radio with NOAA weather alerts. Solar panel, USB charging, AM, FM, and shortwave. Information is survival. Quality emergency radio is $40 to $80 each. Buy 2 for redundancy, $80 to $160. Item 31. Two-way radios. Long-range two-way radios. Not cheap bubble pack FRS radios with 1-mile range. Real GMRS radios with 20 to 35-mile range. Quality GMRS radio set is $100 to $200. Extra batteries and chargers, $50 to $80. Total, $150 to $280. Item 32. Reference books, physical. When internet is gone, physical books become priceless. Medical reference, edible plants, mechanical repair, food preservation, first aid, survival skills. Essential reference library is $100 to $200. Knowledge you can access without power, without internet, without permission. Category 7. Security and defense. I'm not going to tell you what weapons to buy. That's your decision based on local laws and personal beliefs. But I will tell you about security infrastructure. Item 33. Security infrastructure. Motion sensor lights, solar-powered. Door reinforcement kits, window security film, perimeter alarms. Layered security that doesn't require firearms but makes your home a harder target. Door reinforcement, $100 to $200. Window security film, $150 to $300. Motion sensors and alarms, $100 to $200. Total security infrastructure, $350 to $700. Security is about deterrence. 90% of threats look for easy targets. Make your home look prepared, defended, and difficult. Most attackers move to easier prey. Storage and organization. Now you have the list, 33 critical items. But where do you store it all? You don't need a warehouse. You need organization. Basements, closets, under beds, garage shelving. Rotate stock, label everything, create inventory lists. Start with the most critical: water, food, medical. Then add layers, tools, energy, communication. Build gradually over 90 days if you can't buy everything immediately. Total investment for complete 33-item stockpile,
$5,000 to $8,000 for a family of 4. Sounds expensive until you realize food prices are increasing 12 to 18% in 2026. Your stored food actually appreciates in value while providing security. Closing. Here's the reality. Economic indicators point to significant disruptions in 2026. Supply chains are more fragile than ever. Geopolitical tensions are escalating. Climate events are increasing in frequency and severity. I'm not saying collapse is guaranteed. I'm saying disruption is probable. These 33 items aren't about living in fear. They're about living with confidence. When empty shelves become a reality, you'll watch news coverage calmly because you prepared when it was easy. Start this week. Pick 5 items from this list and acquire them this month, then 5 more next month. In 7 months, you'll have everything. Or you can wait and hope. Hope the experts are wrong, hope supply chains stabilize, hope 2026 is normal. But hope isn't a strategy. Preparation is. Which of these 33 items surprised you most? Drop a comment. What are you stockpiling first? Share your preparation priorities. Subscribe to Bunker Down Survival for weekly preparation intel. Next video, the 2026 Grid Vulnerability, 90 Days to Fortress Your Home. Prepared minds survive. Stay ready, stay alive.